How's it going, everybody? This is Cat Brownbeard and Hannah Manny over there. This is Peak Wrestling. This is a channel of the WCW World Championship Wreckage channel. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure the bell is on so you get all the notifications.
Yeah. This is like our first regular episode. Also, thank you for introducing us. Dad Hat let us know that we didn't say our names last time. So we're getting used to this. But this will be more of a regular episode compared to last week. We'll go into Raw highlights, AEW highlights, SmackDown, and then talk about our personal peaks of the week. Hence the name Peak.
Yes.
So, what do you think about this past Monday night's Raw? We're recording this on Monday, but
for last,
yeah.
not April 1st.
Yeah, not April 1st.
Last week,
the last one of March.
Wow. Cinema, especially The Rock. Like, I mean, there at the end, you got the cussing, you got the blood.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, spoiler alerts. Almost an hour and a half into April 1st Raw. It's been confirmed that First Blood matches are back by Seth Rollins.
That's amazing.
Great. Yeah,
I didn't know that. I'm glad to know.
Yep. I mean, well, he alluded to it. He didn't really challenge them to it, but yeah, last week, I'm super impressed with where the Bloodline story is going. I think overall it was a pretty good show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember everything that happened because that was last week.
I know. there was the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre.
Oh, yep. And then CM Punk's new meme where he just,
it was just a great. I mean, like, people are calling it like one of the greatest Raws of all time, and I don't think that's an exaggeration. I wouldn't call it the greatest.
No,
it's
pretty up there.
It's up there. It's definitely the best in modern history, I would say. The last 10 years.
Yeah, the last 10-ish years, yeah. I would agree.
I was just pleased with it all, and I felt like, of course, it was a Chicago crowd.
Yeah, well, you had to have CM Punk there.
Yeah, you could tell there was a Chicago crowd. Yeah, I felt like, I'm trying to think of, oh my goodness, yeah, there was so much that happened. It was, I never was
Ricochet
bored.
is going off. He's like launched into the moon.
Oh my gosh.
They're just letting him do whatever now.
Heck yeah. I'm really loving how they're building the Intercontinental Championship match with Sammy and Chad and, of course, Gunther.
I honestly think something's still going to happen there. Yeah. Something's going to happen, and I hope it's not Chad Gable turning heel.
Yeah. I also hope it's not Sammy turning heel. I just... do we have too many triple threats in Mania right now? Like, can we make it a triple threat?
I'm really hoping we see a special guest referee with CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
And he ended up like saying he's gonna be there. So
yeah, he's commentating, right?
I don't know. Yeah, he said he's gonna commentate the match.
Yeah. Which will be good. Yeah, I imagine that there'll be more shenanigans than just commentator.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I loved one thing. I really like, this is so nerdy because I come from an arts background, so excuse the nerd, but the cinematography as of late has been insane. Like that one continual shot of Sami Zayn. And they did the same thing, and they did it like twice, I think, in SmackDown, which we're not talking about. But it just makes it more interesting.
Well, no, I will say it's really cool when the cameraman just follows him back there. Yes. It just adds just a little bit more to it,
Yeah.
See, we never see them going behind the curtain and doing what they're doing, just kind of coming down from the match. But we rarely get to see them going behind the curtain, doing their thing. And, we're getting a little bit of that with like entrances too. We see people in Gorilla a little bit more than we used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I do agree. It's great. It
Yeah.
adds something to it.
Yeah. Did you see The Rock's post of them off air?
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
Like I said, cinema. Like
Yeah.
you can like the dude, you cannot like the dude, but the fact of the matter is he's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like I've been, you see all the rumors of like he inserted himself back into the company and was trying
Mm-hmm.
to like undermine Triple H and all that. But I do feel like I do feel like he's doing a good job
Oh
of
yeah, for
what he's
sure.
doing.
And like honestly, I don't even agree with that. Like
Mm,
with that was when like the stuff with Vince was happening. So they either had to do something else or they put The Rock into it. And like I think The
right.
Rock was the hey, look over here thing,
Yeah, the
And like
distraction.
yeah, and in all honesty though, like if the dude wanted to be back, he would have been back years ago.
Yeah.
He could do whatever he wants.
Fair.
So
Fair. Yeah,
yep.
I think it's I was watching a Vice Australia video this morning on TikTok, and it may be going on around now, but I I was so it's they're just talking about how wrestling's back, like it's back in the mainstream again,
Mm-hmm.
so it's just an exciting time.
See, and I love it because 24 years ago when it was Attitude Era,
Yeah,
it like everybody watched it.
yeah,
And I think getting back into the style and like the more mature viewing, I think that's bringing more people in. Plus, now they're adding a little bit more. And honestly, we have stars that are competing today that are better than a lot of the older people, the older wrestlers.
yeah. I was
So
watching Dawson and I were watching X7 last night,
mhm.
which I can now say that I finally watched because I've never seen it all the way through before until last night. Don't shoot me, please. But I was watching and just seeing how amazing that show was,
Mhm.
and thinking about like what if that match with China and Ivory was longer, like it deserved to, like because like it's China,
Yeah.
uh
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff like really blows my mind how far the company has come in regards to that, but also like I now sorry I'm gonna compare everything to X7 now, but even the cinematography of the hardcore match, a hardcore triple threat, where you're watching them go through the back and it's just one shot the whole time,
Mhm.
rather than the cuts
Yep.
that are every single punch. Like
Exactly.
it gives you a headache when it's like that. So and I watched that Rock uh
Austin.
oh well this the thing from last week
Oh
after they
yeah.
went off the air,
Yeah.
and like I've seen a lot of people being like the Rock's really trying to bring the Attitude Era back, and I think it's it's inching that way, I guess.
Well, I mean, just in the last, I don't know, we're getting off topic a little bit, but just in the last like 6 months to a year, it's gotten so much better. So much
Oh
better.
yeah,
Like it's been great. Like no matter what show you watch, it's good.
yeah. You're 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 in for a good treat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Speaking of, no matter what show you watch, no matter what company you watch, it's a good time. Do you have any AEW highlights for yourself this week?
The
I
only
don't.
one that matters. The
Yeah,
only one that matters.
yeah.
Edge versus Matt
Cardona.
Cardona. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on, that was so good. And then like
Um.
those two have been WWE tag team champions together.
Right.
Like that's gotta be a good feeling for both of them.
I know. When I saw that, because I think we both have said openly we don't really watch a lot of AEW on the
Yep.
regular. Um, so when I saw that happen, I was like, I gotta watch this because I'm a big Cardona mark.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, it
So
was super good. I
yeah,
mean, they're really giving Edge giving him whatever he wants over there,
Yeah.
which is good because that's what he deserves,
Yeah, I am glad that Edge is getting what he wants, even though.
Yep. Even if it's just Cardona for a one-night match,
Right.
So.
Yeah. Which he had dropped his title at somewhere. Because he has every title. He dropped his title like the night before to Nick Nemeth. Right, like so he could fly in to do
That's
AEW
so funny.
the next night.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's like, which I think he was supposed to defend that title on AEW like after the stuff with Edge. These are all rumors, so like don't take it with a grain of salt, I should say. But yeah, so I agree. That's really.
I mean, even opening Twitter, I didn't see very much besides that.
Yeah, I haven't. I did see, Tony Storm, Timeless Tony Storm had a fun segment.
God, I am not a fan of that gimmick.
Really?
Yeah,
I love it.
I mean, when I after seeing her as Tony Storm in the WWE, seeing her in a gimmick like that is just kind of, I don't know. It's not Tony Storm to me. So
I just think it's hilarious. I think she's just got good comedy chops. So it's
I've heard her in that persona. It's so great.
Yeah. I also love what they do with the camera. Again, with the cinematic shots.
Yep.
We need a show about the technicality.
I know, right?
Yeah, I guess we can move on from that and talk about SmackDown.
Okay. I got one word about SmackDown. Superstar.
Yeah.
So, like, holy crap, Jade Cargill, that entrance.
I love it.
And then coming out at the end and taking out Damage Control, like, wow, superstar.
Yeah, I'm so excited for what she's gonna do. She's already electric, and then you got the entrance, and like you had the entrance at the beginning of the show, and then you had the entrance at the end.
Two different ways she can come at you.
Yeah, like, and nice two different outfits.
Yeah, exactly.
She had a costume change. It was go ahead.
I think every bit of that those few minutes that she was on, I think they did everything perfectly.
Yeah. From
the entrance to the signing all the way to the end to make her look like a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I think there's no one with her aura. Like no one, like maybe, like I don't know, I almost feel like she has potential, like almost level to tribal chief aura.
Well, yeah,
to her.
It's like it's in the way she walks. Like she walks with purpose. She walks with her, like if she's focused on you, she's walking with purpose and her eyes don't leave you.
Yeah, it's like
she's very confident.
She's very much locked in.
Yep.
To her prey.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And I love her line. Did she say this on, she may say it on Twitter, I don't know. But it was like, Tony Khan always told me that the hard cam seats were never filled. And then I look out and all of these seats are filled. I don't think that was on SmackDown.
Seats. Those seats aren't filled with AEW, maybe.
Right, yeah.
maybe that's a regular thing for them, but goddamn.
Yeah, I feel like I love the idea of doing the triple threat too, because I know they're a little scared about her in-ring work, and to put her with Bianca and Naomi, who are both, incredible wrestlers, on top of putting like the Kabuki Warriors and Dakota Kai.
Yeah.
There, like it's gonna be great. I'm glad, and I think too, part of that may be because Asuka is still recovering from her knee injury, so she doesn't need to be.
No, yeah, you definitely don't want to put any strain on that if you don't have to.
Right, and so I think it's overall like I think a genius way to showcase her, but also protect her if she's still not 100% ready to be in the ring by herself.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, and
one on
that's
one.
what you got to think about. Is like she might have been kind of good in AEW, but like you're working with talent that are levels. I'm sorry for anybody who's an AEW fan, but like you're working with talent that are levels above AEW talent, you know. And I'm
Ooh.
not saying I'm not saying that AEW talent is not good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that they don't have as much experience
Mm-hmm.
as people in the WWE.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a standard that you have to meet to be on the main roster, and there's a reason why. I never do this. I never say my AEW stuff. So, but I feel like yeah, there's a reason why there's more injuries at AEW.
Well, exactly, and that's
I
not
don't think
even
it's
throwing shade
controversial.
either, because
Yeah.
like there's obviously more, like we hear about injuries more in AEW than we do with WWE. At least more major injuries, and like Elio, what's his name, El Hijo del Vikingo. Right,
Um.
he even
Yeah.
had a conversation with Rey Mysterio this last year about being careful and going at a slower pace so you don't destroy your body, because that's what Ray did. He kind of messed up his body a lot, and that was just a few months ago that I read that, and like now, isn't he injured?
I think so.
And then
Yeah.
like yeah, I mean, and the way they do hardcore matches over there too is just it's really extreme.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And you like, I love a hardcore. I love a death match, but sometimes they get a little a little much.
yep. Well, and a lot of the time you can't even have certain stars do those matches. Like I wouldn't put Edge in a death match,
No.
not with his neck. But then you got to
No.
think, oh, what about Seth Rollins' bad knee? You
Right.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think. I don't know. I feel like. Again, we're getting off topic, but I mean, there's so much.
You're here to hear us talk.
Right. Exactly. But I feel like for a while it was the WWE needed AEW because they needed a push to be good again. And now it's like almost reversed, where AEW needs what's going on in WWE to be back at the like to
Yeah.
progress,
Yeah.
because WWE is the better product right now. And I don't think
Mm-hmm.
anyone would argue against
Oh no, I mean
that.
you look at arenas at AEW shows and they're not full.
Yeah.
And like Ross, I mean, the last 13 shows for WWE, they've been sold out, like
Yeah.
televised shows. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, usually I've been checking tickets for WrestleMania like every day because
Oh, I lost you.
am I back?
Yes.
Okay, cool. But I was saying, like, I've been checking tickets for WrestleMania like every day because we have tickets tonight too now, but
Oh.
we don't have night one tickets, and we're probably
Oh.
not going to night one because we are probably just gonna stay at the hotel and like eat takeout and like
Mm-hmm.
be alone.
Yep.
Because honestly, that's our vibe. But I am checking for night one tickets because I'm like, well, like if we can find some cheap tickets, like we might as well go. But like those tickets, usually the last week of ticket sales, things go down pretty well,
Yep.
and like they're going down, but they're not like they're not numbers that I've heard of before. People being like, I found floor seats for $70, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm not seeing that. Not seeing that.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a good time to be a wrestling fan all
Oh,
around, like I said.
yeah. No, it definitely has. It's funny that you say that, because like there was an interview that Triple H did, I think a year and a half, 2 years ago, where like AEW beat them one week, and it was NXT they beat them.
Yeah.
And Triple H said they beat our developmental program. Good for them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, I think Jade Cargill was definitely the number one highlight of SmackDown for me. I'm trying to think of. I need to take notes. Now I'm learning I need to take notes. But I was a little disappointed that there was no Roman, but I'm not surprised because it's Roman. He doesn't show up to work. But do you acknowledge your tribal chief?
I love you guys, but I do.
No,
I got Cody's belt back there, but I still acknowledge my tribal chief.
I got my Cody American Nightmare with Pharaoh on there.
Nice.
I will always keep my Cody Crybaby thing on there. One moment. I'm coughing a lot less today.
That's good. That's good.
Feeling better. Yeah. I was excited for A-Town Down Under to be on the 6-pack, but I've heard that they're possibly, now this may have already happened with Raw happening, I don't know. I haven't watched. I probably won't watch till tomorrow. But that apparently they may be cutting A-Town Down Under to put Pretty Deadly in the 6-pack. So
I don't see that going over well if they just cut them and put them in. I think there has to be a match where they lose.
Yeah. That otherwise, or some kind of injury angle or something is probably what they'll do. Or I've also heard the Dudleys.
I mean,
which I'm great with.
Yeah.
Or the Hardys, but I doubt the Hardys are. People keep saying it, they're gonna be there, but
I don't know. I saw a picture of Jeff today, and he's looking kind of rough. Not like bad, but like he's just looking kind of older.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they're both getting up there. Maybe they'll be special guest commentators or something, which would be great. I've never heard Jeff commentate, but
yeah, you could really hear the Southern accent with Jeff.
Yeah. Where are they from again? Are they from?
Carolina.
Okay.
I want to say.
I'm from Alabama, so I was like, I don't think they're from Alabama, but could be.
No, wrong. I think it's Carolina, one of the Carolinas.
Yeah, Roman Reigns is from a town over from me.
Really?
Pensacola, Florida. I'm from Mobile, Alabama.
Okay.
So they're I'm an hour drive from.
That's awesome.
His house.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So every time they're like, from Pensacola, Florida, I'm like, that's weird. No one knows what Pensacola is. But yeah. Do you have what would be your peak of the week? Your personal favorite moment? Do you have one?
I'm not gonna say Jade, because I mean, as awesome as that was, for me it was the LWO programming.
Yeah.
That segment was it makes me feel good because I'm Hispanic. It's great to see my culture represented on screen.
Yeah.
And between the LWO and then Legato and then like Dragon Lee joining LWO, I gotta go with that segment. So not even a match, but the segment itself.
It was it was great.
It was, and then with the whole thing with Dominic, I what you said last week. I think he's gonna turn face again here soon.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. So
I also I loved after that segment they did a Judgment Day little backstage moment of we need to communicate. We didn't know he was doing that.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be cool. Maybe he doesn't turn face, but maybe he goes to join Legato.
Oh yeah, because I mean, technically, all three of them are second generation superstars.
Yeah,
and Dominic is a third generation superstar.
Yeah,
so
that'd be cool. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. All I hope is at Mania he gets the mic and we all get to boo him, and I get to be there that night.
So funny. I got to boo him last year at Raw.
Nice. Yeah. I saw him I saw him at NXT in September, but he didn't speak. So it was just a match. It was him and Carmelo Hayes. And Ilya Dragunov had a little
Oh, yep. Yeah.
tiffy.
I remember seeing that on Twitter.
Yeah, it was cool. I love the stuff they're doing at NXT. I'm trying to think. My peak moment has to be the CM Punk Drew McIntyre Seth Rollins segment. It was just,
that was great.
I love a roast battle, and I love the subtle not so subtle hints at Vince McMahon, and hearing the stories of like Gorilla backstage, like a hush fell over the room and he was like, say his name, and they were so scared like he was gonna be mentioned. And I don't know, it's everything I love about wrestling. It's good wrestlers who are they're so talented on mic too, and for me that's a lot of why I like a wrestler, is their mic work on top of being, a fantastic athlete. And all three of them are so good, even though me and CM Punk are sometimes on bad terms because of this tattoo. But
I remember you telling me. That's so funny.
But yeah, I think that's my peak of the week. I'm really looking forward to WrestleMania. I'm trying, like, we're supposed to talk about our final thoughts, and I feel like I could talk again for like hours about like this WrestleMania. And at first I hated the build, but now I feel like these last 3 weeks have just killed. Now I've been liking the build since the press release for the Bloodline Cody stuff. But everything else has been kind of lackluster, except it. And then now in these last 3 weeks, since Chamber, really, I've been really enjoying this, and I think it's gonna be one we talk about for a while.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I don't think I have any real final thoughts on anything specific.
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to it. I'm so stoked. I've already got, I got plans to make food on Saturday with friends.
Nice.
And stay at home with the fiance and the dog on Sunday night. And it's gonna be one of those where it's gonna be kind of like WrestleMania 17.
Yeah.
It'll be one of those really game-changing ones.
Yeah. I'm already like, when am I gonna have time to go to the bathroom? Like I don't know. Thankfully, my favorite thing about a WWE event is there's always a line for the men's restroom and never a line for the women's restroom.
I never get it.
And it makes me so happy because it's always the reverse in life. So I am, I'll probably be fine. But yeah, a couple years ago we went to SummerSlam and my husband missed Edge's return. Because he had been out with injury. And it was like when Ray and Dominic were still together.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Against the Judgment Day.
Yep. Before, so it must have been after his match at WrestleMania against Roman.
Yeah.
And then he came back after like a month or two or something like that.
Yeah, it was it was in Nashville. Okay. And yeah, I felt so bad because that's like one of his favorite wrestlers, but there was such a long line for the bathroom that he missed the entire thing.
That sucks.
So hopefully we don't have that problem this year.
No, yeah.
If they do I hate to say it, if they do like a women's tag team showcase, then maybe I'll use the restroom then.
Oh God.
But I'm a girl, I can say that. But yeah, I'm stoked, and I know I'm being too optimistic probably, but I think Cody's gonna finish the story. I think he is. Here's to hoping.
I think he will, but at the same time,
yeah. You're doubling your allegiances. You're being a double agent. I will say I have acknowledged Roman, but because I like to be a participant and it's fun to point. But I won't at Mania.
That's funny.
You have my word. But yeah, I think we're in for a good time, and
yep.
I'm excited to see what happens, and I think no matter what, I'll be happy about something.
Yep, exactly.
like, do I know if I'm cheering for Becky or Rhea? No, I don't. So like,
that's the match where everyone in the crowd wins.
Yeah, I'm gonna be happy. Yep. So we're gonna have a good time, and yep. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what happens.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Well, with that,
yeah,
we can go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if y'all want to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, it's Hannahmania, just right down there. Same on every platform. And I think the same for Cap, right?
Yep, same for Cap.
Yeah.
Right there. I'm trying to point at it.
Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you have a good time, and don't be a mark. That's gonna
don't be a mark.
Yeah, that's my slogan. Is don't be a mark. be
we will see you guys after WrestleMania this weekend.
Woo! Go team.
Bye, guys.
Peace.